football, a trade last night with the new interim GM of the Jets named Adam Gase. All of that going on here at the breakfast table this morning. We're going to talk Cowboys in a little bit, but let's say good morning to Will Selva out in the newsroom in Culver City, who had a busy early morning, I'm sure.
Absolutely. And as you guys mentioned, Game of Thrones is a little bit like being at Walter Frey's place, right? And then you see what ends up happening. It's pretty shocking, right? So bringing it all back to Game of Thrones. But needless to say, yes, it was a very busy day for me. And that certainly didn't take very long. Mere hours after the official announcement of his interim status as the Jets general manager, head coach Adam Gase making his very first move. NFL Network insider Ian Rapoport reporting the Jets agreed to send linebacker Darren Lee to the Chiefs for a 2026 round pick. The former first rounder made 36 starts over 3 seasons with the team. The final year of his original deal will pay him $1.8 million. KC, of course, continues to reshape its defensive unit. Apparently, you can come home again. Linebacker Jamie Collins going to the place where it all started for him. According to Ian, the Patriots have agreed to terms with the veteran free agent. The Browns cut Collins earlier this offseason after 2 disappointing seasons in Cleveland. In 2017, he had inked a 4-year deal worth $50 million. If Cowboys running back Ezekiel Elliott is concerned about his contract situation, he's not showing it, at least not outwardly. Elliott says he's not concerned about it, and he wants to just go out there and play football. Elliott is participating in voluntary off-season workouts. And Elliott will have to wait patiently as Cowboys work on contracts for both wide receiver Amari Cooper and quarterback Dak Prescott. Prescott is set to earn $2 million this season. Like Elliott, he's unfazed by it, by all of it, saying he doesn't have any worry or anxiety of it happening or trying to get it done sooner rather than later.
I want to be a Cowboy forever. I think the people that are doing the deal feel the same way. So to me, it's no rush. I know it'll get done. Like I said, I want to be a Cowboy. I'm pretty sure that I'll be a Cowboy for a long time. So I don't have any worry or anxiety of it not happening or trying to get it done sooner than later. Yeah, no worries. It'll get done. Yeah, my whole focus is within the locker room. I've got people that take care of that. I've got a great team of agents. That's their job. Jerry said what he's had to. They're working, negotiating. But as far as I'm concerned, it's about just getting better as a quarterback, getting better as a leader, just making sure our team's getting better.
And Prescott was speaking at the Reliant Home Run Derby to raise money for the Salvation Army. But as organized team activities start next week, Kay and gang, this is continuing to be a question that they are going to have to answer there with the Cowboys.
Yeah, and thanks so much, Will. It's one that we bat around at the table pretty often here. And the more I think about it, and I just feel like I've sat in this chair and I've made the case for Zeke Elliott being the cornerstone. They run the ball more than anybody in the league. But Dak Prescott, the quarterback, is the most important puzzle in this piece. You look at what he's done since Romo left. This franchise could have gone into total disarray, into flames. Look at the Bills. Look at the Dolphins, taking decades to find what they hope are their franchise quarterbacks. They have Dak, a quarterback that's taken them to the playoffs now in 2 of the 3 years that he's taken over. So it's hard for me to then not want to pony it up with whatever he should get on the market.
I agree 100%. I've been screaming that for the last few years. There's been, people that will criticize Dak Prescott for not being a thrower like Tom Brady, not being as great in the pocket as Russell Wilson, not being able to move in the pocket like Drew. You can compare any young quarterback to the greats, but what you can't argue with are numbers. What you can't argue with are late-game comebacks. What you can't argue with is production and getting your team to the playoffs. That's what I don't understand the most. Out of all of the arguments you want to make about Dak Prescott, if he's putting this team in position, the Dallas Cowboys of all squads, in position 2 out of 3 years to be in the playoffs and then battle with the best this league has to offer, how can you argue that you're not going to pay this man the market value?
Mahomes? Is he Russell Wilson?
No, he doesn't need to be.
Okay, then he doesn't make that money. That's the question.
No.
It's not whether we like Dallas, do we like Dak, Nate? Of course they like
What do you mean he's not going to make that money?
The new contract starts with
I think it starts at 30. But Nate, you're talking it's very banal to just say, we like Dak Prescott. The question is, how much do you like him? How much do you pay him?
You like him more than Matt Stafford? You like him more than Derek Carr? You like him more than...
So you name a number.
Then Case Keenum, you like him more than all these quarterbacks.
You pay him $32 million a year?
You pay him 30 plus. That's exactly what you pay him. Because if you don't, then the argument you have, I'm saving money, I want them to give us the Tom Brady discount, that's ridiculous. There's two main reasons why. One, because I named those quarterbacks that haven't won a playoff game, and you look at Dak Prescott, who's already won one, took his team to the playoffs twice, lost to Aaron Rodgers, that phenomenal rookie season because Aaron Rodgers was doing Aaron Rodgers things. The second reason is the Dallas Cowboys. They got the star on their helmet. He's creating a buzz around this squad that quarterbacks don't create for their own teams. So he's going to sell jerseys. He's going to put butts in seats. So he has the skins on the wall. Now put the money in his pocket.
What do you think, Shrakes? They win, too. He has 32 wins over the last
That's the thing. There's no question the success.
Second to only Brady.
It's kind of chicken and the egg, though, right? Does he win because it's Dak Prescott throwing the team on his shoulders, or does he win because he's got this incredible pair of linebackers, the best offensive line in football, the best running back maybe in his division, and then all those great talented players?
Right.
That shouldn't be his problem. Just because I want to see him get paid, but I do think that's the internal debate in Dallas right now. How much? Not that we like Dak, but they love Dak Prescott.
Most important player by tenfold. They lose DeMarcus Lawrence, the pass rush isn't as good. You lose Zeke, maybe you lose a few games. You lose Dak Prescott, you'd be the #1 pick in the draft. I mean, it's that bad. They have a comp for this guy. 2015, the Dallas Cowboys had that guy on the left playing quarterback, Matt Castle, Brandon Weeden, a complete disaster. Zeke just disappears tomorrow. You go and try to find some C.J. Anderson
How did they do without Zeke?
They were terrible without Zeke. Those games
that's
they lost.
The argument
That's the Thanksgiving game against the Chargers, the Falcons game.
The question is, would they be worse off losing Dak than losing Zeke? Dak is the most important guy. However, you guys know I feel this way. You do not just say $32 million, it's over. And notice they haven't done it yet.
They haven't.
As much as they love him, I think they're waiting. I think they will enter the season, and I think they should.
I think Stephen
Jones
said a really interesting soundbite last week, and we talked about it, where he said, hey, these players, I wish they would consider all that comes with being a Cowboy and what it means besides just your salary. You can live for the legends here. If you win a ring, you can never have to work again. And it was like just a pit in our stomach.
Oh, man.
You can't blame the
star on the helmet. You can't pay for that. I know.
It goes both ways. The responsibility of having the star maybe means you deserve the money, but then the fact that you get to play on the star and be on primetime, it helps you. He's the face of a yogurt brand and the face of a soup brand.
About it.
Let's get back to the New York drama, shall we? Le'Veon Bell weighing in on the reports that his signing helped lead to the Jets' front office shakeup yesterday, saying, quote, there's been a bunch of false reports and speculation about me in the past, about things I've said and done, so I'm used to this. I don't jump to conclusions when I hear or see a story that may affect me. But then he continues and said, even if reports are true, that won't stop me from doing what I came here to do. Everyone has a job to do, and I'm going to do mine whether people like me or not. I am here to win football games. I mean, they could not have wanted this out there. There's similar reports about C.J. Mosley. It is not a good look, Shrakes.
No, and I'll tell you that, that story is a rumor, all right? Adam Gase wanted Le'Veon Bell. Adam Gase wanted C.J. Mosley. I can't confirm whether or not Adam Gase was on board with how much they paid those guys.
So why does Lev know that?
The fact that gets out to reporters, or the fact that's even a topic of conversation, is such a wrench in the start of a new era. And so let's just say that. Even if the story isn't true, because the Jets folks would say, no, because it's true. I talked to Adam Gase about it. Le'Veon Bell makes Sam Darnold's job a lot easier. He's thrilled to have Le'Veon Bell. And, of course, C.J. Mosley was the #1 top guy on his board. Now, would he have paid C.J. Mosley $17 million? Who cares? You never think about that stuff after the fact. The question is, though, the fact it's even out there, the fact that would even... Shouldn't Le'Veon Bell be... Wait a second. There's a lot of different ways this could be unpacked. I think it's worth talking about.
I talked about it in the segment before this about signing with Seattle. And Tim Ruskell, the GM, Mike Holmgren, not being on the same page. And me finding out within a week who wanted me and who just thought I was a good player. So, Kay, to your question, why did you know that? Players know everything that goes on behind the scenes. We're always the last ones to find out.
Why do reporters know that? Who in that building is telling the New York media the stuff that's even getting spun in what direction? It's not a
Isn't
good
that
look.
a bad sign? If last year the problem was leaks and we didn't want everything to get out of the building?
I say it all the time. This is the biggest soap opera in sports. And as much as players and coaches and GMs want to keep stuff in-house, it never does. It never stays in-house because regardless of what Le'Veon wants to think, somebody has a problem with how much money he made and how the sausage was made, like you said. So for me, I feel like the fact that it is out is good. It's a great thing. Now Le'Veon can address it and say, you paid me, I'm not the problem, now watch what I do this season.
This is why New York Jets can be mad. Fans. Fans.
This seems to me like a May 16th problem. When it's 3rd and 6 in September and Le'Veon is doing Le'Veon things, you think the idea that maybe Gase he wanted him, but he didn't. It's flimsy. Le'Veon Bell has been rebaptized in this league. He stared down the Pittsburgh Steelers and said, "See ya," while his locker was raided and looted. You think this is going to ruffle his feathers? I actually like the tweet. I thought he nailed it. I've been hard on some of his tweets. I'm here to play ball. I don't care what's happening. I actually like it.
More on the Jets and the AFC East and Adam Gase. We are talking about it all morning. We will give you the latest on what happened that led to the firing of their GM. And
there he is.
Yes, it is Throwdown Thursday.